Yeah, of course. That's kind of what you want. England will take on Spain, of course. 2 representatives from the Premier League are in the semi-finals, 2 from La Liga. Villarreal, of course, losing in the end against Liverpool after that comeback in the second leg. But Ali, you look at it, you were at the Juventus game for Villarreal as well. Yeah, is that right? We got a picture. I don't know why we're showing a picture of you at the Villarreal game. There you are. Well done. There it is.
Yeah. That must have been before the game.
That was before the match, I assume.
Yes, I mean, I was telling you, let's sign me straight away, not after the season ending, but they prefer for the next season, so they approach Juve without me.
Yeah, exactly. You take a look at Liverpool, Ali, and it's the same sort of conversation, isn't it? That belief that they had in the second half, that they had the quality to hit back at Villarreal, despite, of course, losing those 2 goals going into the second half. That belief that Klopp has instilled in this team makes them one of the best in the world.
Definitely, yes. There's 2 things that I want to say about the game. You can clearly see even in the first half that Villarreal spent a lot of energy to achieve the 2-0, and Liverpool didn't make one good thing during the first 45 minutes. But the second half represents how mature is this team and which level they reach. So if they switch on, I mean, they are super dangerous, and they know that. And the mentality also of the club, of the history of the club, and the connection with Klopp. Because, I mean, he's talking a lot about this special relationship with the players. He's showing the special relationship with the players, with the club, with the community. So Liverpool is a special place, is a special club for sure. And we can say the same things about Real Madrid, because also Ancelotti talked about family. But Real Madrid is not only family, is amazing champions and history as well, but on the other side, a truly passion for what they call camiseta, because everybody wear that camiseta. Everybody were from the first fan to the last that play in the game. So they are really in common that. And this is something that we can find as well in Liverpool. So it's very balanced, this kind of final.
What's interesting is the run-up to the final, very different, of course, Robbo. Liverpool still pushing for the league title. Real Madrid are done and dusted. So how do you play that from both sides' perspective? Liverpool have to keep going pretty much, of course, right until the finish line to push City as far as possible. From Ancelotti's point of view, how do you try and keep everybody fresh, but, of course, not push them over the edge?
Well, first of all, he doesn't want injuries. He wants his best team to play against Liverpool, so he's got to be careful how they train. He might play them every other week from now to the end of the season, or every other game from now to the end of the season. As you said, they've won the title. They've got the Madrid derby coming up, where I'm sure he put out a strong side. But it's a chance for some of the squad players to show that they're worth. Remember, Valverde was nowhere near the team for quite a while, but over the recent weeks, because he got a chance in one or two of the La Liga games, he then proved that he was a good asset to play in the Champions League, and he's now become part of the team. So I think he has to get it absolutely right, Ancelotti. He doesn't want to play them every week. He doesn't want to play them at high intensity all the time. But every so often, in their training and in their games, they've got to play at high intensity so they're ready for Liverpool. And Liverpool, I would say, they've got the bigger problem, because they've got to play well week in, week out to try and win the Premier League. And if they get 1 or 2 injuries, or they're tired, and that can happen in the last game of the season in the Champions League, that's when they might have a problem.
Yeah, Mario, it's a cliche, isn't it? Every game is a final between now and the end of the season. But for Liverpool, it quite literally is.
Yeah, but they want to be in that situation. If you ask any individual, they look, for us to recover is the moment when we're on holiday. But they're not on holiday, so they want to play every game. If they can win the league, and now we're talking about the Champions League, if they can win that, it's incredible, right? If you put that on your list, like, okay, they know how it feels because they won it before, but still, just for them to be there and look, if you look at it, just highlight one player. Let's say Mane, he won the African Nation, and now he can win the Champions League and then win the league. Then they still have the FA Cup to go. So they can literally have so many trophies that they can go after. You understand? That's what you guys are highlighting too. And I think that's, as an individual, you want to be part of that. And that's why I heard other coaches say, like, oh, we are not playing now, we have a week off. Well, when it's really busy, they complain sometimes. And when it's really quiet, they go like, I want to play. So that's why now, if you look at the schedule, I look forward to seeing this, you understand? Because how is he going to play? We know what Casemiro did. You understand? In the first game, in the last game, I mean, against, he was lucky to be on the pitch sometimes. But it doesn't matter, because they had to balance the middle of the park really well, Madrid. But now they're playing Liverpool. How are they going to do that with Salah and Mane being the fast players and seeing what they're going to do if Diaz comes on? I'm looking forward to seeing that. And what Trent Alexander is going to do against Vinicius. I want to see that speed too.
I think Liverpool are in a great spot.
Because you just keep going.
Because you just keep going. Listen, the one thing that you're scared of, or Klopp will be scared of, is injuries. But after that, the squad they have right now is capable of playing at full throttle between now and the last kick of the ball in the Champions League final. Klopp can make 5 and 6 changes right now in league games. Or play people for an hour and then make those 5 changes. Or start the game making the 5 changes and then bring players on. And as a footballer, I would absolutely 100% rather have to keep a level up for a period of time, was it 3 or 4 weeks?
Yeah.
As opposed to Ancelotti is going to be sitting going, right, what do I do with Benzema? Do I play him an hour, or do I bring him on, or what do I do? Or what do I do with this guy? I think for me, he's got the tougher job because he's got to think more about it. Klopp's got to win games, but he knows he can win games by making changes. I think that's a great place to be in. But go out and play.
But Stevie, I'll go back to when you were playing, and I presume you played in that final against Wimbledon, when you were playing and trying to win the league, and you were playing right up to that final game against Wimbledon.
No,
and it was probably a game too far, and the players weren't as sharp as they should have been and couldn't raise their game for that match.
I'm sorry, Robbo. No, we won the league a couple of weeks before the final.
Right.
Maybe 3. And we had no legs for the final.
Right.
We went the wrong way. We went too far the other way. We didn't do our training properly. We didn't play the games leading up to the final properly, or the league games, because we'd already won the league, and so we'd lost that sharpness and that extra little bit of thing in our legs, which is why we got beat, because we couldn't play our normal game because we had just lost the edge.
Why is Robert bringing up Wimbledon? It's not very nice, is it?
Well, these things happen.
Alessandro, which would you prefer? Would you prefer to be in Liverpool's position where you have to go out there and win every game, or Real Madrid where you can rest?
Liverpool position. Yes, Liverpool position, because you keep your level of determination, attention super high. Yeah, you can go emotional if you lose games, if you lose the league, if you lose the FA Cup final, but if you bring that energy, even if you lose it, and you put it on the Champions League final as a revenge of what's going on, it would be amazing. And to be honest, I mean, arriving after 3 weeks of kind of, I don't want to say relaxing time, enjoying the leagues and this amazing semi-final, I don't see a great position.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.